This is a video review for the Hoover Discovery DS22G cordless vacuum cleaner. It's a 22 volt 150 watt Hoover, and the main unit itself, which is the motor and the dust collector, is 2.8 kilograms in weight, so not overly heavy, easy enough to use. As you can see, it's easy to just hold in one hand and move around. Main unit itself has obviously got all the functions on it. There is the on off switch, which sits on the bottom. So there's a trigger which you just press and then release, and that just, if you just want to use it for short bursts. Or there is this little catch here that when you push across, leaves the motor running constantly. So if you're doing a large area, you can just flick that on and keep going. The unit's got the battery, which sits at the back, obviously the charge point, and then that's easy enough to access. It's just got a little flick switch at the back which you push across and the battery pops out. You can take that out fully and then just slot it back in, and there it is. You can charge the battery either in the unit, which is what we do most of the time, or you can actually take it out and charge it. The only difference being that if you take it out, there's no indication on the battery itself as to when it's fully charged, whereas if you charge it when it's in the unit, you've got a little LED display on the top which gives you your battery level, so when you're in use it'll tell you how much battery you've got, but it will also then the level indicating when you're charging it. So discharge, nothing, and then as it starts charging it will go through 1, 2, 3, 4 until it's fully charged, and the lights will stop flashing with all 4 lit up. I'll show you that in a little bit when it's actually running, but just to give you an indication, when it's running it all comes on, so it's just running like that. The unit itself has got a couple of filters which are relatively easy to access. It's got a rear filter for the exhaust which just pulls out, and then you can get that out and wash it, and then clips back into place. And then in the actual dust collector itself, there's a mesh unit filter which collects all the dust, stops it going into the motor itself. That's easy enough to access and clean by taking off the dust collector cylinder, which you can just twist anti-clockwise. There's a little arrow there for lining up, so if you twist it anti-clockwise, it'll pull off, and then slot it back in and then twist it clockwise again. So easy enough to get in and out, but for actual emptying of the dust collector, there's a little button on the side, front rather, which you press, and then the bottom just drops out and you can just empty that straight into the bin without having to take it off. Or alternatively, you can take it off, because obviously when you've got an extension clip done to it, it makes it a little difficult to empty it straight out by doing it through the bottom. It comes with an extension tube which you use with the main head for doing the floors, obviously in an upright position. The main head itself has got the wheels on it, make it easy to manoeuvre, and then the little rotating brush on the bottom to pick up the dust. I'll show you in a little bit, but the unit also has a little light on the front which lights up so you can see where you're trying to pick up. Doesn't help with the hoovering, but nice little feature, just allows you to see a little bit better. There's also a furniture brush and a large dust brush. That clips onto the furniture brush, so you can use it in either way. Then there's also a crevice tool which also has the brush on it, so you just push the button and slide it up, and so you can use that as a dusting tool or just as a crevice tool. It comes with a wall mount. We've not put it up yet, but you just screw that onto the wall. There's 3 screw holes to mount it, so it should be fairly secure. And then the actual tools just clip onto the unit, wall mount, and then you put it up, and then the main unit clips onto the top. So hopefully we'll get around to doing that at some stage. And then there's the charger itself, which has got a long enough lead. You'll have to have it close to, if you mount it on the wall, you'll have to have it close to a socket point. but then that just clips in. Sorry, just clips into the back, and it will charge it. As I say, you can do it in or out of the main unit. Obviously in, you get the indication on the LEDs, out you don't, so choice is yours. Okay, I'll just put it all together now and show you all as it should be working with the main head on. The crevice tools, etc., sorry, just before I move on, they will just clip onto the unit, easy push on and clip on, and you use that within it. As far as I'm aware, I've not tried it, but I don't think they can use it with the extension tube, but you may well be able to. I've not got round to trying that, but both of those just clip on. Right, I'll just put it all together now and hopefully demonstrate it in working mode. Okay, so this is a unit all put together with the extension tube and the main head. It does stand upright on its own, although it is a little bit imbalanced, so it'll easily tip over if anything bring brush against it. The moment I've got the charger plugged in, so as you can see I've fully charged it previously, so all four are lit up, showing that the battery's fully lit. Fully charged. So, unit in itself, using the unit is easy enough. To say you've either got the trigger just for short bursts, or you've got the switch for the longer ones. I'll just show you the little light feature that comes on when you're using it. Must be a little bad vision, but doesn't help with the hoovering, apart from seeing where you're going. So to start it going, it's easy enough to use. You just flick back, put your foot on the main unit and flick back. And then in carpet mode, it has the light on. And brushes. And then to move on to hard floors, just press the button. And off we go. Alright, didn't have it pressed in there properly. When you're on hard floors, you'll see the light goes off for some reason, not quite sure why. But there you go, that's in hard floor mode now. And then back onto carpet. See, the main head turns nicely, so you can get into crevices and corners easily enough. And the unit itself is fairly quiet in use, nice and lightweight and easy to use. And then you've got your dust collector there. You can also see what we've done briefly, just swinging around in there. The one thing that we have found with it, which is probably the only slight minor drawback, is that when you're using it, I don't know whether it will show it now, but we have 2 dogs and 2 cats. It does pick up fur, etc. nicely, so it works well with that, but you too tend to get a fairly quick build-up of hair, etc. on the brushes. Easy enough to clean though, so not an issue, and you can actually take the brushes right out just by pressing on the side button there, and then it just clips out. So it's not a major hassle. It's just obviously with us having 2 dogs and 2 cats, get a fair bit of fur, so just need to clean it every now and then. So that is the review for the Hoover Discovery DS22G. Hopefully it'll give you an idea. We've only had it a few days, but found it to be really good. Picks up nicely, nice and lightweight, easy to manoeuvre, easy enough to charge and discharge. It does say that it's got a 35-minute running time. We've not had it running for that long, so not had the chance to find out whether that 35 minutes is accurate or not, but certainly been using it for 15-20 minutes, and it's only sort of got to about half power, so it's probably about right, to be honest with you. So, as I say, once again, that's the review for the Hoover Discovery DS22G. Hopefully it's proved useful for you.